Previously on House Rules, 6 new teams kicked off the competition in a battle to win the ultimate prize.
Your mortgage completely paid off.
Bronick and Corinne from Victoria were first to bid their old house farewell.
Our house is the bomb site.
It is a nightmare in here. My mind's still blown.
Leaving rival teams to turn it into their forever home.
Easy. Bring it on.
It's going to be amazing.
But after facing a week of new challenges,
His and hers, house rules.
Both sets of house rules are literally polar opposites.
This is going to be a disaster.
every team suffered a major setback.
One of the house rules was we have to use timber. To me, that looks like plastic.
Nice deck, mate. I still would have gone the real deal, but...
We're not moving that.
I think you need to move that.
I don't think that's possible.
I think you need to make it possible.
We don't have enough tiles to do this splashback. Nowhere near enough.
How did that happen?
Tonight, Judgment Day has arrived.
Take it up.
Shush, I'm trying to line this up here.
And teams are in overdrive to complete their zones.
It looks like it could be a danger of the first Renault, no one finishing.
The place is still a building site. The bulkhead's only half finished.
I'm not going to finish it. You just want it painted.
There's no way I can get these tiles down.
Put this to the side. You're not going to get it done.
Not happy.
So when the race is finally over,
Everybody stop. Oh, my God.
in our very first home reveal, who will impress the homeowners
This is it, babe. Are you ready? Oh my God, look at this place.
and who will leave the judges in shock.
Unfinished.
Completely unfinished.
I really don't have anything to say.
Never does a week go faster than on a House Rules transformation.
No time for a drink, just a couple of mouthfuls.
In Melbourne, there are now just over 2 short hours to go before our brand new teams have to sign off on their zones and face Judgment Day.
Every guy thinks they know a little bit about building, and when you are thrown in the deep end, trust me, you know nothing.
Place is a mess. I haven't even seen the back hallway. I've got no idea what's in the back hallway. I haven't been there all day. Lots to do. Finish the bulkhead, do the front door, do the back door.
We're here to prove it for our kids and do it for our kids, basically. Make a better life for ourselves.
Dad! It's a real crazy thought to think that once the clock stops, this is going to be Bronick and Corinne's home. So I am feeling a lot of pressure to make sure that I can create the best bathroom and dining that I can for them.
It won't be long before our homeowners Bronick and Corinne return home from being sent away for the week.
Are you excited?
Excited, yeah, bloody oath. Imagine walking into a half-done house. It is a short time frame, and
Yeah, I know.
I hope the finishes are up to scratch.
I'm shaking.
Let's do it.
One team wishing they could hold off on the homeowners' return is South Australia's Ryan and Marley.
It's actually Beaumont Tiles.
After booking a taxi to urgently deliver tiles to finish their laundry,
1/404.
Ryan and Marley discovered a massive blunder.
He booked a taxi to the wrong tile store.
This is chaotic.
Hi, actually, I'm just calling in regards to a taxi that's just been booked under the name Ryan.
Ryan, yeah, but what's the address?
It was going to Dandong Road. It was for the Beaumont Tile Store.
Beaumont Tiles, Dandenong.
There's actually been a change of pickup address instead.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so the new address is Taylor's Road,
Taylor's.
Dandong South.
Okay.
If we can just get them there as soon as possible and then get it, that'd be fantastic. Thank you.
Okay.
As the pace increases, Joe arrives to see how the teams are going
We have half the house to make.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, I know.
and how well they've dealt with our first ever separate his and hers house rules.
Rule 1, deck out our place in black steel and timber.
Style our house in chalky pastels.
Wow.
Reading out the rules was the easy part for Tassie's Cassie and Matt, who scored the walk-in robe, guest bedroom and the deck.
I don't like the blue.
Now they're struggling to pull off the vision to marry the geometric rule with the chalky pastels rule in the guest bedroom.
Playing on my mind is the blue. The feature is supposed to be pastels, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to change it to a pastel. So with less than 2 hours to go, I'm trying to bring those colours back to a chalky pastel. I'm trying to add as much white as I can to our colours, but Matt also needs the white. What am I doing? I don't have any clear hands to wipe that. With precision and neatness, like, it just has to be done too quickly. Oh, I got it all down here too.
Hello. How are we travelling?
We're not travelling very well at all.
Yeah, you haven't got long now.
I know.
So rushed and just haven't got that perfect finish to everything.
I'm not happy. I hate leaving things unfinished.
So you're pretty tough on yourselves at this stage, fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you've got lots to do, so I'll let you get back to it, guys.
Thanks, Jo.
Bye.
My fault. I'm taking the blame.
We'll see how we go with the deck. I might be getting us in the tent just from that.
Oh, it looks like it could be a danger of the first Renault, no one finishing. I know it's sort of nasty to say, but we're in the boat of not finishing, and I kind of almost hope that everyone else doesn't either.
Cassie might just get her wish, given that newly married Queenslanders Ben and Danielle are battling with a zone that goes from one end of the house to the other.
The place is still a building site. There's still bulkhead's only half finished. Those downlights aren't even in on the bulkhead.
I've got a major concern with the layout of your kitchen.
Okay.
Ben and Danielle have been playing catch-up after House Rules design expert Carolyn raised an issue with the placement of their island bench and bulkhead.
Moving that is a nightmare.
They went with Carolyn's advice, but it cost them time and money. Now Ben's left to take on the bulkhead himself.
Putting up a bulkhead sucks. Putting up a bulkhead 2.5 times is even worse. I'm very concerned that it's not going to happen in time and we're not going to have a bulkhead.
So lucky.
It's a different story in the living room for WA parents Karina and Brian. They're feeling pretty good about the House Rules choices they've made in their zone.
I love the timber.
Yeah, it's kind of all right, eh?
A black steel and timber fireplace in the living room. Tick. Hipster hotel vibe in their ensuite. Tick. And now, make a statement with inner city art is getting the treatment with some wallpaper.
Never, ever hung this stuff in my life. Putting the urban artwork feature print on the wall, which is only 2 sheets, should be a real easy thing to do.
Would you like me on the other side of you?
No, that's fine, keep going.
Radio?
Can you hold the left side down, please? Let it go, let it go.
Hang on a minute. Brian, I want to do something. Can you listen to me? The face needs to go higher. When Brian's in the zone, he's not got any patience for me. Take it up.
Shush, I'm trying to line this up here.
Take it all the way
It
up.
doesn't go against the corner, you've got to bend it.
Like that?
No, it's got to go around the corner like that.
Okay, you don't need me anymore?
Give me the rope.
Do you need me anymore?
No.
He apologises at night time. You're welcome.
Okay.
And I said, well, that's not in front of everybody.
Done.
Beautiful, she's gorgeous. I'm really excited about this wall art. It's just stunning. It's exactly what the House Rule asked for.
Across from the living room, Danielle's also trying to nail the House Rules with wallpaper. She's gone for a pastel geometric pattern in their entry.
I had a crack at the wallpaper because Ben was busy doing the bulkhead. I'm having heaps of difficulty because it won't stick because of all the dust in the room. I don't really know what I'm doing. How do you do it? I'm not good at wallpaper. I'd rather pass it off because I'm not quick enough. I went back to doing other stuff.
From one nightmare to the next.
I think work is quite important. It was one of the house rules, so we've got a hanging garden of herbs.
Where's your pot?
Yeah. I bought the herb pots because I thought that would be rad, except for the fact they came with such short rope. I didn't buy more rope because I wasn't organised, and so now they're going to need a ladder.
Are they different heights or?
Yeah, I'll make it different heights.
Now I think we really need to do our research better and plan a bit better.
More organised, maybe.
Yeah, but I always said I'm not.
As the clock ticks down, our teams need to start travelling their furniture up from storage.
The heart was pumping, the legs were burning, just from running backwards and forwards from the storage to get the furniture in the house.
Oh, leaf Marley.
Oh, boy, oh boy, is that mattress heavy. I actually thought that was going to be the end of me.
It's been a hard slog for Ben, but he's almost done it with the final piece of the bulkhead about to go in.
Danielle, did you chuck that other piece out?
No.
It was here, it was cut.
I'll have a look for it.
I don't know where it is, babe.
In the chaos of the final day, the last piece of timber's gone missing.
Hurry up, go, go, go. Ben, are you looking for that piece? Did you look out the back, mate? I had a look, he's chucked it out.
This is so intense.
Yeah. It was in your fridge recess, mate.
Yeah, I know, I remember I put it somewhere out and I thought it was just junk.
I am very concerned that we won't finish. It's really disappointing.
Yeah, Benny. You got them? Love your work. I am so relieved. I think it looks really good. There's a few things we would have loved to have done better, just to really finish it off. And we won't rule out the bulkheads, but we'll plan them better and we will execute them better as well.
Yeah. By letting me do it. No, I'm just kidding.
In the South Australian zone, the tiler is still on standby in the laundry with the extra tiles being delivered by taxi.
Our tiles are here. Marley! Marley! Marley!
Thank you for dropping our tiles off. These darn tiles are going to be the death of me, I swear. But they finally arrived and I was so relieved.
But Tiana's also waiting for a taxi.
Hi, Belinda.
And it looks like Tiana scores first. This taxi has the curator who will hang the inner city artwork in the New South Wales dining room.
So we've got 3 pieces, so I'm thinking 1, 2, 3.
They are really unique pieces of artwork. I know that they're not going to be to everyone's taste. That looks amazing. Oh, thank you.
While Tiana's happy, Ryan and Marley still think Tiana's taxi dropped off their laundry tiles.
Marley, what happened to those tiles? That cab driver, did you get them or not?
Yeah, someone dropped them off. No, Tiana, I saw the cab. Hold on.
I saw the cab too, but did they get them off the cab?
I presume so, because I yelled out, thanks for dropping our tiles off.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just calling Tiana. Did you greet the taxi driver with our tiles?
No, my art lady came in a taxi.
Oh, OK, so they're still not here then, obviously. No. OK, all right. No worries, thanks, bye.
They didn't bring the tiles in here, did they?
I don't have nothing. I've got no idea.
They've been delivered.
Ryan, they weren't. That wasn't for us, those tiles. That was something else.
Coming up,
we're going to be just short.
Will our teams put their names to the first unfinished home in House Rules history?
I can't even put a bloody barbecue together in time.
And
how nervous are you?
do our homeowners have reason to be scared for real?
The level of uncertainty is just out of control. Given our rules, it could be a disaster.
At our first new transformation in Melbourne, our rookie teams are learning the hard way that this competition is very real.
I'd love some more time.
There's no second chances, and with the clock reading just 47 minutes to go, it's panic stations for Ryan and Marley as they wait for tiles to finish their laundry.
Marley, our tiles are here. Hey, mate, have you got tiles?
I had the tiler already in the laundry, tiling what we already had there. He told me it was going to be a real tight time frame to get him in or not.
You need these? I'm not going to finish it. You just want to paint it.
See how you get there?
There's no way I can get these tiles down.
You can't do it.
Shattered. Absolutely shattering. That was one of our main focals in our laundry.
We made the call to paint the wall in the laundry instead.
The confusion of the pickup address for our tiles was a major factor of those tiles not going onto our laundry wall. To me, it wasn't going to be good enough. It wasn't going to be enough to impress the judges, and it definitely wouldn't be enough to impress Bronick and Corinne.
Ben?
Yeah?
I'll do this. You do the wallpaper.
Now that the bulkhead's done, Ben's still got a back hallway that's nowhere near complete. And a front entrance that needs loads more work.
Putting up the wallpaper, it's a pain in the neck. Don't know if we've got enough.
I think we know we're going to run out of wallpaper.
Yeah. If we got really creative, we'd almost make the wallpaper stretch. It was so close, and I was sort of thinking how I could cut it, make it join together. I'd like to finish it in at the corner at the front door. We're going to be just short. We're going to have to cut it off at one of the doorways as neat as we can and make it look as good as possible. We're pretty much resigned to the fact that we're going to run short.
The geometric feature wall is done in Cassie and Matt's guest bedroom. But they still have a barbecue and furniture to put together for their deck, and a walk-in robe to complete.
I'm in there vacuuming and I get to see the carpet for the first time in the walk-in robe, and it looks amazing. Lovely shade of grey, the carpet. I vacuum it one way and it gives a dark look. Bring it back the other and it gives a light look. The amount of time and effort in 7 days, I would love to win, and I just want to learn and get better just to be on top.
Woohoo! 30 minutes to go!
I am feeling absolutely knackered.
Get it down.
Coming through.
What's the edge?
I can't see anything.
Keep going.
Hang on, I'm gonna put the corner down. Wait, don't drag it.
Because the lounge is quite long, it was very, very tricky just to get it in and around this little ornate entryway and then through the door and then past Ben. Watch out, Ben.
Can you get through?
He decides it's the perfect time to whack a ladder in the middle of the hallway to try and finish his wallpaper.
Stop, stop. Oh.
The last bit of our furniture, which was a big chest, which was a coffee table for our living room, it was coming in, and Ben took up this bloody ladder with his missus trying to help him. We're just hanging there at the doorway going, hello. Pull up against the wall.
Come on, let's go. Come on, help us out.
Oh, well, we need help too, so.
There's people walking in and out, and I'm trying to get this wallpaper up.
We should have blocked it off or something.
No, you can't block it off. It's the front door.
Doorway's worst thing to do last.
There are definitely some other people in it to win it at all costs, and they don't care about anyone else.
Might get the barbecue on the go.
With 20 minutes to go, Matt and Cassie divide and hopefully conquer. While she dresses the guest bedroom, Matt tackles the deck.
A lot of pieces here.
With a barbecue still in the box, he's underestimated how much he still has to do.
Oh, Matt.
I'm under the pump, I'm in big trouble.
Wow. You know, if I was you, I'd just be making a decision at this point. You've got an hour's work there. Finish up at least one complete thing and put this to the side. You're not going to get it done.
Deck with no Barbie. Not happy.
Stop the clock.
Quick, pass it to me.
Pressure's on.
Take them into the road, put them on top, please.
Roll it out. Everyone, you have 5 minutes left. Just 5 minutes to go.
5. God.
I'm starting to ask myself why I'm doing this. I'm doing it for Dad. The clock's ticking down. I'm rushing around frantic. Dad's rushing around frantic. But so is everyone.
Danielle, fridge now. Danielle.
Yep.
There's 5 minutes left on the clock, and we don't have our fridge in. It's still sitting in the front yard. Back, yep. Okay, keep coming.
Oh, I don't know how we're going.
We haven't finished painting. We haven't got anything built for our deck.
Yeah, wait, watch your corner, watch your corner. Go right vertical, mate. No.
3 minutes to go, everyone. There are creepy boxes in here. Whoa, watch that wall. Beep, beep. This is the exciting part. You are so close to the end.
Where's that room?
Huh? I don't know where the bulb went. Is it under the bed?
30 seconds. Molly, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody stop.
You're kidding.
That's so hard. Hold on. I'm gonna cry. Oh my God.
I'm really happy with the way we've held up as a couple. You know, we probably got short with each other a couple of times, but we've held up really, really well.
Oh, okay.
Bucket.
Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so hot. I want to drink.
This competition is so much harder than what we ever thought.
It looks nice. We're just our finishing touches, having time to do it all.
Oh, man. I couldn't believe it was humanly possible to change what Bronick and Corinne were living in to what it's actually become in 7 days. That was... We're all like superheroes right now.
Awesome.
That was awesome, that 5 days.
In this competition, you have to take risks, you know. Sometimes they come off, sometimes they don't. But this time, I really think it came off. Hey, buddy.
Well done, mate.
Go New South Wales.
That was awesome, that 5 days.
Thank you.
That looks so cool.
I so want to win this week, just to put it up the rest of the crew, to show them that we're not here to mess around.
Coming up, our very first house reveal gets an incredible reaction from our homeowners.
Oh my God. What the hell?
This is even better than I ever imagined.
Oh.
And...
Wow, it's huge, isn't it? It's really big.
Our judges are given plenty of reason to rave.
I think it's really clever.
I think it's one of the best things in the house in terms of design.
But what words followed this reaction?
Wow.
It all began just 7 days ago in the Melbourne Burbs, as our new teams got their first look at our homeowners' rough diamond. As the keys were handed over, it all got very real.
Where do you even start? You ripped the whole thing apart.
Our house is a bomb site. We choose to live out of one room because that's the only room we find livable.
That is crazy. They are actually sleeping in their lounge room.
Oh, it stinks too.
It does, it reeks.
As if the state of the house wasn't enough of a challenge,
Rule 1, deck out our place in black steel and timber.
our teams were thrown the curveball of his and hers house rules.
Meshing 6 rules in together like this, it's hard work.
What the hell have we gotten ourselves into?
Our teams, out to win, were fierce about fighting for space.
Well, we can go as far as we want to.
So we're going to want to take that wall back.
We're just getting smaller and smaller.
You're
Oh, you're
going
getting
to
the
be
double
like a
vanity, the double shower, all of that stuff. You need to give a little.
I'm about to dance with somebody, and we gon' turn it up.
As the rough diamond was pulled apart before the polish could begin,
So confused about what we're doing at the moment.
our rookies got a dose of house rules reality.
Looks like these tiles are actually moving while I'm walking on them.
But it wasn't all work and no play.
Oh, it doesn't fit! Oh.
Perfect.
Our homeowners, Melbourne lovers Bronick and Corinne, will get their first look very soon.
This house to me means a lot of hard work that's been put in over the years. Both Corinne and I have worked really hard to save up enough money to get the deposit. It's a forever home for both of us, so it just means the world to us.
The level of uncertainty is just out of control. Given our rules, it could be a disaster or it could be the best thing ever.
But first, our expert judges are back, expecting big things this season.
Here we go.
I'm Wendy Moore, I'm the editor of Home Beautiful magazine. This year, I think we need to raise the bar. So what I'm looking for is not just rooms that look beautiful, they need to be really high quality. And really, I want to see rooms that I think are good enough to put in the magazine.
I'm Joe Snell, and I'm an architect and designer. I'm absolutely a risk taker. If people aren't taking risks, particularly in a competition like this, then I'm not interested.
And now, our judges will critique each zone before giving a score out of 10.
Well, this is certainly different.
For newly married Queenslanders Ben and Danielle, the first house transformation was no honeymoon. They scored a tough zone. The entry, linen closet, halls and kitchen.
Residential in here for higher density.
But Danielle, the town planner, quickly realised that planning the house rules way was a whole new ballgame.
This was so hard.
Tell me if you don't.
I have no idea, Ben.
Yeah.
After settling on a kitchen design,
That's so good to see that.
Yeah.
It was a relief once I saw everything all together.
the next challenge for the girl who hates shopping was designing with the his and hers rules in mind.
I absolutely haven't spent enough time thinking about our house rules. Trying to please two people equally. We had to do a lot of modern, clean lines for him and then a lot of delicate and pastel-y stuff for her.
Wow, it's huge, isn't it? It's really big.
Our kitchen is a large galley kitchen with gloss grey and concrete Caesar stone bench tops with a waterfall down the side of the island bench.
I love this concrete finish. This is a really good choice. And the fact that they've made it waterfall all the way down the side, it feels like part of the furniture. And that's really important with an open plan space.
Yeah. What I would say is that this bulkhead piece, I just don't think it's very strong. This room has a very big ceiling as a landscape. And when you look at the whole ceiling, this feels very small. I know that Ben and Danielle are trying to make it match the surface area of this, but this is an example where it hasn't worked.
I love the splashback.
Yeah.
I love that it's got that chalky finish. I know it's not pastel, but it brings in that texture that I was expecting to see. I think this is a really good decision from a design perspective. It just breaks up the space and just makes it feel a lot lighter.
For me, this feels like a really generous, spacious family kitchen. And I love it how this space is framing that window. You really feel like you could just pop in and out of your kitchen into your garden, which I think is a lovely feeling.
And I love the shape and the colour and the finish of these pots. They're perfect for the house rules. But if they had just hung here, they would have been both accessible, but more interesting. That punch of colour would have worked so much better.
Overall, I think this is a good kitchen. I think it's practical, and I think the colour palette's really nice.
They have got a really good eye. They've picked some great materials, even down to the little props they've put on.
Shall we move on?
Yep.
So, hallway.
I really don't have anything to say.
Unfortunately, our back hallway is really unstyled. It's got a timber door at the end of it, the walls are painted, and that's about it.
No, there's not much to say, is there?
Unfinished.
Completely unfinished. They haven't even painted any of the skirtings or anything.
They seem to have got more paint on the floor than they have on the walls. Yeah, well, it's a shame. It does really feel like this has been a complete afterthought.
Front hallway.
I really hope Ronick and Corinne will love their entryway, but sadly we didn't get to finish it, so I'm a bit disappointed with that.
I really like this wallpaper. I think it's a great choice, and I'm so glad that they've gone for such a graphic, geometric pattern, which answers the house rules, but they've gone for a nice soft colour, so it doesn't scream out in the room. It's really good. But then I'm a bit confused. They've obviously just run out of wallpaper because the end of the hall just stops. This whole area has completely taken away from the really good decision in buying this wallpaper.
So I think Ben and Danielle have really spent all their time and focus on that kitchen. Unfortunately, it means that the other spaces, these two hallways here, have really suffered.
I think they've done a great job on the kitchen, and I can really see a glimmer of a great design eye, but it's so let down by the rest of the zone, I don't think they're going to get the score that the kitchen deserves.
Next zone.
Yeah. Oh.
Pwah!
In Melbourne, it's Judgment Day on our first house rules transformation of the season. And you could say there are surprises around every corner.
Oh.
Young contenders Ryan and Marley's zone included the laundry and master bedroom.
I'm a treaty. Treaties get the ladies.
But there's only one way to learn on a house rules transformation, and that's the hard and fast way.
I lose it.
Learning 101.
What didn't I learn?
The South Aussies had to work to a specific house rule: deliver Hipster Hotel in the master suite. After agreeing on an open plan layout with their zone neighbours,
I just want to throw a few ideas at you with this master bedroom.
Okay.
Ryan had a brainwave.
Tile it? What? Tiles don't belong in bedrooms.
If Ryan got tiles in the bedroom, then Marley got polka dots and colour in the laundry.
I like the colour of the laundry. Fresh, vibrant, still hits the pastel rule, and it's mint. Mint's yum.
They look awesome.
I think that just turned out so nice.
My instant reaction is so not working.
I definitely feel like we favoured Corinne in the laundry with her geometric shapes, the pastel, the quirky.
Look at this floor. It's like, it's psychedelic in a graphic way, and then they've got mint, and then they've got polka dot red, and then they've got black, and then they've got grey. And then they put the ironing board up there, clearly not for you. They want me to do the ironing, that's fine.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no, this is a very awkward room.
Yeah. Look, I think this room has been the victim of absolutely no planning and design.
Let's go and see what Ryan and Marley have done in the master bedroom. I must say, I'm a bit worried. Well, that is a relief.
Ryan and Marley had to create a hipster hotel vibe in the master suite. This feels like it answers that house rule.
I actually think that tiled wall that we've done in the master bedroom will impress the judges. It's something different. I've never walked into a master bedroom and seen tiles on a wall used as a bedhead.
Especially with the contrast of all the cushions and the bedspread.
It looks quite funky and looks quite modern, and I really like that they've balanced it with this black wall, and this black wall is really well painted.
It is really nice. This is a really good backdrop to this room, this dark wall, and the fact that they've got a dark blind and a dark door.
I really like the quirky idea of using tiles in the bedroom.
Absolutely. But there's a problem. I can't help but notice that there's no bedside tables, and that's just adding to the feeling that this space is a bit smaller and everything's not quite fitting. Feels like lots of good ideas, but not getting the execution right, not bringing it to the fore, not quite there. Next zone.
Yeah.
Karina and Brian.
WA parents Karina and Brian were over the moon when they scored the ensuite and living room.
And that goes to Karina and Brian.
All right, ensuite.
Jump in the shower.
Straight up, Brian locked horns with Tiana.
Look at that.
Tiana was quite aggressive when she came in, and if she didn't want to bring the argy, I'm prepared to bring the bargy.
The tussle ended with Karina and Brian scoring the bath to complete their hipster hotel ensuite.
Do you want a bath?
Yes.
I'll give you the bath.
But we're gonna need some more space back to put that bath in, that's all I'm saying.
Well, that was pretty easy.
But things weren't always easy.
Medic! All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this tile just come down and smashed on Karina's head.
Get a medic!
Karina returned with a determination to tick every house rule she could.
I wanted to make sure it had all the elements in it that meets all of the house rules that were given by Veronica and Corinne.
When we get the finishing touches in the mirrors, the lights, and the shower screen, just gonna be great.
We've made sure that we brought in elements of inner city artwork, the black steel and timber, and bringing in the pastels and delicacy for Corinne.
We're so sure that our living room has nailed Veronica and Corinne's personalities.
Karina and Brian have impressed me the first moment that I walked in the room because of this fireplace.
In the living room, there's a lot of timber. There's black steel in the fireplace and black steel and timber on the coffee table as well.
It definitely tells a story, you know. It's the recycled timber, it's the textured rug, the amount of cushions you have on a lounge. I think we've really nailed it.
I love it. I think it really answers the house rules. It's a great feature and it really holds this whole room together.
And it's just well done. It's got this rawness that's really attractive. And what a fireplace.
It really feels like a good Melbourne living room.
And this is a really lovely little nook here. Just this continuing this timber, so it's reading together and it's coming across, I think it's very sweet.
I love this wall. The fact that it answers the house rule of making a statement with inner city artwork and also brings in these pastel colours in such a unique way, I think it's really clever.
Yeah, so this is really a great design feature by Corinne and Brian. I think it's one of the best things in the house in terms of design. So I'm wondering, why is the couch so bad? It's unattractive and it's just out of date. It doesn't fit the space. You can see it pushing off into that, past that nib there, and it looks so uncomfortable. It's not good.
I actually really like the tactile rug that they've chosen. I really like that they've chosen a coffee table that, you know, the trunk adds a little bit of interest and some history to the space.
And it's got the black steel in the timber.
Yeah.
So it's picking up on the house rule.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see how they've gone in the ensuite.
Let's have a look.
This is huge.
That is a real statement bath, isn't it?
It really is.
Our ensuite has got this sensual sort of feel to it. Has a real luxury bath, has an awesome shower, has underfloor heating.
Veronic's rule was about having a hipster hotel vibe, but there's a lot of rules in design that have to come into it to allow it to work from a day-to-day.
Yeah, and one of the primary rules for that is that you have to separate the loo from the master bedroom because it's all just a little bit too close for comfort.
Yeah. I like the elements that they've chosen. All of the black tapware is great. I love this freestanding tap. I think it's perfect.
Overall, the bathroom feels pretty good. But there's a big problem, and that is that this opening, while generous, is causing some problems. The biggest problem is that we have vision from the ensuite straight out to the street.
Yes.
So that means, to make this functional, those blinds are going to have to be down all the time.
And in this instance, I think they should have put in some cavity sliders, made a bit of a feature of them, and got that privacy right. For me, they've shown a really good design eye with the things that they've chosen and the way they've finished it. I think we're going to see some really great things from them.
Next zone.
Yeah.
Coming up,
I feel like there was a bit of a zone meltdown here.
the judges are not impressed.
Welcome to House Rules. This is not good enough.
But what will the homeowners think when they return to their new home?
Oh my God.
This is even better than I ever imagined.
A whole new world is opened up for our homeowners.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Look at this place.
In Melbourne, our first sparkling transformation is under scrutiny from our judges. Editor of Home Beautiful magazine, Wendy Moore, and architect and designer, Joe Snell.
Steve and Tiana's dining room.
It was a family affair for our first father and daughter team, Steve and Tiana from New South Wales. They took on the dining room and main bathroom.
Dad! I wouldn't do it for anyone else in my family, really, except for Dad. He's the only person I'd go through all of this stuff for.
You better stay here and help Zach take out that wall.
I'm definitely the boss. He gets my permission on everything.
While Tiana was the self-crowned queen of design, Steve was the boss of the build. His biggest challenge? Constructing a bathroom with a bulkhead running all the way through it.
When you walk in, try and wash your hands, it's going to hit your head on the roof. But it's not going to work. We changed our design at least 10 times through the week, so I think we've done okay.
While the bathroom was a struggle, the dining room seemed to come together like a dream, with the house rules dictating design.
Our artwork is quite quirky and delicate. Our dining table is made of timber top with black steel legs. I just think it's pretty amazing.
I love that they really took a brave step and added some colour in here.
I think Bronick and Corinne will like the dining room, the dining table. It's a nice piece of wood, and for me, I think the chairs are a bit quirky.
And the artwork on the wall, I think it looks really effective.
Those back windows, the doors, for me, they're a statement on their own. They're beautiful.
You know, I absolutely love these chairs.
You need this colour in this space because you've got timber on the floor and then timber on the bench top, and just having that colour breaks up that vertical, and you need it. What I think's wonderful as well is the light and the vase choices. They really work together well. This is just delightful. I mean, it picks up the geometric pattern concept, and it really is a delicate delight.
My favourite thing is this artwork. It's so delicate, it's so beautiful, and it really is urban and modern, and it brings a whole new aspect of design. I think this is what the house rules was really calling for, and they've completely got it.
Should we move on?
Yep.
Check out those tiles.
I love these tiles.
Our bathroom is very minimalistic. It is white tiles with a bit of a geometrical 3D effect on it. We have mosaic tiles going up near the shower with black fixtures. It feels like a larger space than what it actually is, I think.
They're certainly geometric, aren't they?
They are, but they're not overpowering the space because it's about the texture and not the colour. I think that's really clever.
There's a serious bulkhead going on here, isn't there? Far out. That's big, isn't it? And look at how it's so close here. That's very awkward.
This is a huge piece of glass. I think that's great. It doesn't actually bother me that it doesn't go all the way to the ceiling. I think it's actually practical. That hot air, the steam, can get out much more easily.
When you have a bathroom layout this big, you need a bigger vanity. Otherwise, it's just looking too small in the space. And the amount of space left over here for a loo in that corner, man, that's a dance floor. So it's a bit of a pity, I think. I don't think this is very well planned.
It just doesn't make sense to have the bulkhead, the lowest part of the room, to be over the space where you're always going to be standing. This is where the toilet should have gone. And they should have completely rethought that space, moved the toilet over here, and just given a little bit more flexibility to the rest of the layout, because they've lost some opportunities and there's a lot of wasted space here. So for Steve and Gianna, I think this is a really good zone. I'm so impressed with the pieces that they've chosen. What they've got to look at is the big picture.
I think they're showing a good eye. They've got to be really careful of planning. Why don't we go and look at Cassie and Matt's zone?
Our Tassie go-getters Cassie and Matt scored a zone that included the walk-in robe, guest bedroom and deck.
Might have to do a small little step onto the deck.
If there's one thing a House Rules reno dishes up, it's chaos.
We're trying to be organised, we've got our plans in place, and they keep getting changed.
But rolling with the punches, Team Taz bounced back to face an even bigger hurdle with their choice of decking material.
This was a specific house rule to deck out our house in black steel and timber, and that's not timber.
I made the decision, sticking with the permatimber.
Nice deck, mate. I still would have gone the real deal, but...
Despite sticking to their guns on the deck, Cassie and Matt knew they had to score major points in their walk-in robe and guest bedroom.
I'm proud that Cassie had a go at doing a feature wall, getting her creative side out. It is an amazing transformation. It really hits Corinne's rules with the geometric patterns and the pastel colours.
Not finished.
Totally unfinished. I feel like there was a bit of a zone meltdown here.
I'm hoping that Bronick and Corinne like the decking and how it came up. Hopefully my stubbornness of not turning back and doing timber decking doesn't come back to bite me on the bottom.
There's some really awkward angles. I think it's a real shame that they've got this big cutout in this deck when they could have actually had a nice diagonal line here and then made use of all this space.
So the house rule was deck out our house in black steel and timber. This is not timber. It's a composite product, so it's got a plastic in it, and I think Bronick would have wanted this to be a timber deck, like his house rule requested. So I think that's a miss. And it's just not finished, Wendy. I think that's the first thing that hits you as you walk out here. You've got a barbecue, sitting over there in its plastic, and over here you've got a box for some furniture. At the end of the day, this is not finished properly. I think Cassie and Matt need to manage their time. Welcome to House Rules. This is not good enough.
Let's go and see if Cassie and Matt spent more time in the rest of their zone.
Okay.
Guest bedroom.
I hope that the feature wall in our guest room is going to impress the judges. I've got the pastels on one side and I tried to incorporate darker side on the other.
I'm hoping the judges can see our vision on what we tried to achieve.
Now that is a wall. It's very geometric. I like that wall. I think it's fun.
Do you know, I love the colours that they've chosen on this side. I think the pink and the, you know, that really dusty grey are perfect. It really answers that house rule. But I think they just went too bright with the blue.
I absolutely love this. And when you come over and check it out, just by bringing that dark grey pastel round, lengthens this whole room. Suddenly this room is bigger than it should be. I think this is a brave choice from Cassie and Matt, and it's good to see that. I really like it. The problem is that when you create a feature wall like this, you've got to make sure it's perfect because everyone's looking at it and the paintwork is just not up to scratch. What I would say though is the house rule was geometric elements throughout, not everywhere. So we've got a really fantastic geometric wall feature, but then it's getting too much to have geometric pendants and then geometric pieces down here, bedside table and such.
Look, I think it's great that they've chosen something black steel and geometric, but just because it ticks the boxes of the house rules doesn't make it right.
Let's go and look at Cassie Matt's walk-in robe.
I like the fact they've put carpet in here, you know.
That really works.
Yeah.
Our carpet in our walk-in robe was the only carpet in the house, but I thought it would be nice when you come from the ensuite into your walk-in robe and you've got that nice, soft, warm carpet under your feet.
It adds a bit of luxe, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, and it's a good colour.
This looks very functional because it looks like you could actually fit a lot of clothes and shoes into this space.
Yeah, I agree. It is actually a really good use of space, and the fact that they've filled the top with some really practical baskets, I think that's a great decision. And that they've made them dark colours so that they just extend the line all the way to the ceiling. I think that's good.
It's just a bit of a pity. They've obviously not finished in time. They haven't got these pictures on the wall. Having said that, overall, this is a good space.
Well, that's the first house down. And I have to say, look, obviously they've got a long way to go, but I'm actually really impressed by their bravery in design.
Yeah, this is neck and neck. For me, there is no clear front runner.
Coming up.
This is insane, Corinne.
As our homeowners return, it all comes down to just one word.
This is insane. That's insane. It's insane.
And
This really is the competition.
To be honest, I'm really struggling to find something positive to say.
which team will get one of the lowest scores to ever hit the House Rules leaderboard?
For your work this week, I'm giving you...
It was definitely gut-wrenching.
Walking into Homebase, I'm looking around and I'm realising that this really is the competition.
I'm feeling pretty confident in our efforts.
I think we'll be in the top two. That's how confident I am.
Confidence is pretty low. I mean, I have a million excuses, but there's
always an excuse. I feel like we've made a little bit of a splash of SA, which is what we're after. I just hope it's enough so we're not bottom.
I'm just feeling so disappointed that we just didn't finish our zone.
Yeah, super flat just for Bronick and Corinne. I feel gutted that we haven't finished.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Homebase. You guys have had quite a week.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a bit of an understatement?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Well, it is worth it for that awesome prize. One team is going to have their entire mortgage completely paid off.
To be able to get through to the end and actually take it out would be the greatest gift, achievement, everything for our kids.
Your work in this competition means everything. The team with the most points gets a huge break at the next home transformation. And the team with the lowest score? Well, it's not quite as pretty. You do not want to be at the bottom of the leaderboard. So, are you ready?
Yeah. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Wendy Moore and Joe Snell have a lot to say about your work, and they're here now to deliver their verdict.
Probably done the best we could with what we had. Yeah, fingers crossed we score okay.
Our biggest worry is that we'll get really harshly judged on our hallways.
Especially the back hallway,
Yeah,
because
'cause
it's
it's
a
empty.
hallway with nothing in it.
Welcome, Wendy and Joe. Good to see you both. It was a tough week for our newcomers, and we had some very nervous contestants and a house divided. 2 sets of house rules, his and hers. So, how'd they do?
Well, I was really impressed, taking on 2 sets of house rules and really getting into the spirit of some bold design. I'm expecting big things this year.
I agree. We're already seeing some really gutsy ideas and the courage to make them work. I think we're in for some very interesting surprises.
Well, you're both going to be scoring out of 10. So let's start with Team WA. Karina and Brian. Their zone was the ensuite and the living room.
We're dying to find out whether we're up the top where we think and hope we might be, or down the bottom.
Your ensuite had some big wins. Some really elegant choices of the bath, the vanity, and the tapware. But there was a big, awful oversight. No privacy. Remember, design is always about beauty, but brilliant design is when beauty and function work together.
Your living room was a real highlight. I loved the timber wrapping around that black steel fireplace. The alternating thick and thin timber with the black shadow line hit the house rules perfectly.
We love you, Joe.
Yeah, love your comments, and that's exactly what we aim for.
Your couch, on the other hand, was unsettling. It was too big, it was unattractive, and it was dated. It belonged in another room in another time. Your ensuite was pretty good, but the view from the street was a big problem. Both the shower and the bath were totally exposed. And the loo, with no doors to the master bedroom, for me, is far too close for comfort. For your work, I'm giving you a 5.
To get a 5 from Joe was it was definitely gut-wrenching.
This week, for your work, I'm giving you a 6.
After the judges' comments and scoring, it's got us worried about the bottom of the ladder.
Karina and Brian, you have set the benchmark with 11 points. Next up, Ryan and Marley. Their zone was the master bedroom and the laundry.
Maybe we could have done a little bit more in the laundry to give that more of a wow. I felt like it was a little bit empty. I'm hoping we've done enough in the master to get us over the line.
To be honest, I'm really struggling to find something positive to say about your laundry. The layout doesn't work, the colours clash, and the lighting isn't functional or beautiful. And it's impossible to reach the ironing board. However, I think your master bedroom shows the makings of a really good design team. I liked the idea of including a tile feature wall, and it was a great idea to include a black wall in the bedroom. Black is a receding colour, and in this case, it helped to make the room feel less cramped. So well done.
In the master bedroom, the recessive wall is a clever design choice. It grounds the room to make a strong, solid space. The same colour on the door and the blind works really well, so that is a definite positive. But I'm not convinced by the lack of bedside tables, a basic element in any master bedroom. However, the bedroom did show that you have potential, and it's encouraging that you were brave with your choices. With the laundry, all I could see is a head-on collision of 6 very different house rules.
Our laundry just gave us nightmares from the very start.
Red and mint don't belong in the same room. The ironing board was out of reach, and the floor tiles were just disturbing. You need to make sure you don't go down that path again. For your work this week, I'm giving you...
Coming up, it's neck and neck.
I didn't think that they would be our rivals.
They pipped us by 2.
But it could all change when our homeowners dish out their scores.
With the laundry, all I could see is a head-on collision of 6 very different house rules. You need to make sure you don't go down that path again. For your work this week, I'm giving you a 3.
This week, for your work, I'm giving you a 5.
Ryan and Marley, it's always hard to hear a combined tally in single digits. Your total is 8 points.
I'm 100% thinking we're definitely in the tent now.
Moving on now to Team Queensland. Ben and Danny Earl. They had a big zone. It is kitchen, the linen closet, the halls and the entry.
Fire away, guys. Give it to us.
Yep, just
Lay
get it
on
done.
us.
Just get it done.
Yep.
I think the kitchen has some good design choices. The concrete style benches, the fantastic storage, and I liked the splashback behind the stove, so well done. But then, you seem to have lost your way.
Your front entry was not successful. You didn't finish your wallpaper. And the back entrance hall? Well, that was clearly abandoned. You need to manage your resources. Remember the 3 Ps. Planning, planning, planning.
Planning, planning, planning.
That's
Planner.
right. Yeah.
Fail.
For your work this week, I give you a 4.
This week, for your work, I'm giving you a 6.
Well, Joe gave you the 3 Ps. I'll give you the 3 Ts. That is a total tally of 10.
At least we're in the double digits.
Yeah, that gives us 10.
But still, that's so pathetic.
Moving on now to Team Tasmania. Cassie and Matt. Their zone was the guest bedroom, the walk-in robe and the deck.
Pretty much braced myself for a low score because we just didn't get finished.
The walk-in robe was well done. It was practical and the carpet was a nice touch. However, the back deck, well, it wasn't finished. And it breaks a fundamental house rule. Bronick asked for steel and timber. You gave him a composite plastic board.
Yes, in hindsight, 100%, I should have gone with the timber decking.
It's obvious that your first home transformation was a real struggle. You didn't achieve anywhere near enough, and what you did achieve was compromised by your lack of planning. Your guest bedroom, however, is easily your greatest success. That feature wall was really good. Although, better paintwork would have made all the difference.
It took a long time, so I'm glad it was appreciated.
Overall, you have got some good ideas, but you need to execute them well. I'm giving you a 5.
Surprised. I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting that.
I give you a 4.
Cassie and Matt, that gives you two a total of 9 points. And it leaves Steve and Tiana. Their zone was the bathroom and the dining room.
As we were hearing the scores come out, they were all quite low, and I'm looking at Tiana thinking, oh my God, what are we going to cop?
In the bathroom, you were definitely heading in the right direction. And then you hit the speed bump of the bulkhead. And the result was a floor plan that just didn't suit the space. You need to learn to be more agile and change your plans when something else changes. However, I love what you did in the dining area. It was a brave decision to choose such strong pops of colour for the dining chairs. They bring the whole space to life and it really works. And I just love the art installation you chose. You blended the his and her house rules perfectly. Quirky, delicate, and it made a beautiful statement using inner city art.
Yay!
We had a win.
Your dining area is very well done. Good styling, good furniture choices. The colourful chairs are a good solution to separate the timber dining table from the floor. So all in all, a good result. I'm giving you a 6.
I'm speechless. I just couldn't believe the score. Wow.
I'm giving you a 7.
We got a 7, which was the highest of all of the other teams, so I'm so stoked with that.
Steve and Tiana, that gives you a very nice score of 13 points. Wendy, Joe, thank you, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Let's reveal the leaderboard to see where you all currently stand. Nice work, Steve and Tiana. Are you surprised?
Very surprised, yeah.
I'm so pumped that we are at the top of the leaderboard after the judges' score. So happy.
I'm gobsmacked. I didn't think that they would be our rivals.
They've pipped us. That's all I can think of is that they pipped us by 2.
Ryan and Marley, are you feeling a little bit shattered?
Obviously a little disappointed where we're sitting, but we'll learn from our mistakes and try to do better next time.
What's going through my mind right now is let's hope we tie with Matt and Cassie and we can sleep in the tent together. That's our best outcome at the minute.
I'm really worried. I've done the math and I know what score we need from Bronick and Corinne to stay out of the tent, and I don't think we're going to get it.
Take a big, deep breath, because this is far from over. All of your blood, sweat and tears from last week's reno really come down to one thing: our homeowners, Bronick and Corinne. And when their scores hit the leaderboard, that is when everything can change.
Coming up.
It's like heaven in here.
This homecoming is truly the stuff that dreams are made of.
Better than I ever imagined.
What a dream.
And they didn't realise they were renovating a house for a chippy.
I'm a carpenter who absolutely loves timber. I stated that clearly in one of the house rules.
Now everyone braces for some tough scoring.
I think they're going to score us pretty middle of the road.
I think we're done.
Well, teams, the leaderboard tells the story, at least so far. Steve and Tiana sitting pretty, and Ryan and Marley, as the song goes. It's a long way to the top. But let me add, it is not impossible. And this is a tough one. A house divided with his and hers house rules from our Melbourne homeowners. You got to remember that they have no idea which team did what. But they do know that their scores can change the leaderboard. And right now, this whole competition rests on 2 very anxious, first-time homeowners from Victoria, Bronick and Corinne.
In terms of nailing the house rules, we gave it our best shot and we are really, really hoping that Bronick and Corinne love it.
How nervous are you?
When Bronick and I bought this home, we saw our future, we saw a family, we saw the rest of our lives. So this house means a lot. So it's going to be quite amazing walking in and just seeing the transformation.
This is it, babe. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm shaking.
Oh my God. Oh my God, are you serious? What the hell? Oh my God.
This is even
amazing.
better than I ever imagined.
Oh my God, Corinne, I can't believe it.
I never even imagined it would turn out like
Oh, this is so good. You all right?
Yeah.
Look at this. I'm so happy they kept the big doorway and the big entrance.
I love these. I love them.
There's your geometric shapes.
Yeah.
Likes the lights?
It's just awesome.
What do you think of the wallpaper?
I actually like the pattern. I reckon it's pretty cool. And the colours aren't too out there, so
There's just a few imperfections.
just not matching up properly.
Yeah.
Let's go suss out the rest of the plates.
Oh,
The holes.
it's a bit
Bit
unfinished.
of an unfinished product in here, isn't it?
I hope they love their kitchen because from what they had, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I think they will like that.
Yeah, but the hallway is no, and I feel really bad about that.
Yeah.
This is what we wanted at bench top.
Oh my God.
Exactly what
and
we
I
wanted.
love
And the
this.
black taps. Oh,
This
and the
kitchen's
sink. This is exactly the
amazing.
sink we wanted too.
Oh, my
we
God,
got a
do we have a
dishwasher.
dishwasher? And then you can't even tell we have one.
I just keep getting surprised everywhere we look.
That splashback.
Do you like the splashback?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of the splashback, but
Do you think it'll be hard to clean?
I'm just thinking if you get some stains in the grout lines, it's going to be quite hard to get off, I reckon. The geometric shapes, like they've got the vases up
Yeah, I
there,
love
the
those.
pot plants.
Oh, they're herbs.
Are they really?
I'll need a step ladder.
I'm really happy with the design. I think it hit Bronick's house rule on the head. We did really well with how it all came together and with what we were dealt with. I'm happy with the finished product.
What do you think of the dining space altogether?
I like the space. Do you like the chairs?
I love the table, love the light. Maybe the chairs bit too out there for me, like the colours, real poppy and, I don't know, would you call them pastel colours or?
Oh, no, they're a bit brighter than what I like, but don't really love these.
Not your style?
Yeah, I don't really know what they are.
It is a bit devastating that Corinne and Bronick weren't too into the artwork. We knew it wasn't going to be everyone's cup of tea. Just a bit disappointed that the homeowners didn't like it though.
What the hell? This is amazing. What the hell?
It's in my powder room with a shower.
This is amazing.
And it's got 3D tiles.
Oh. Look at the tapware.
And I love the top.
Yeah, the
this
timber top, that's amazing.
It's so spacious.
And yeah, you're not crammed, like it's a huge shower.
I'm not missing something.
I understand what you mean. I think maybe the one coloured tile throughout the whole place, maybe they could have done a feature wall instead of just doing a little strip.
Yeah, even if they had those tiles, but yeah, like a full wall here.
Just to make it stand
Break
out
it
a
up
little
a
bit.
bit.
Jeez,
Oh my gosh!
are you serious? What the? Oh, Corinne. Oh my God, look at this place.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, that's heaven. It's like heaven in here.
Oh, shoes off the bed, please.
This is insane, Corinne. I love the tiled bedhead. So
I can't
different.
believe they're tiles. I still just can't believe they're tiles.
Do you love it?
Yeah, I really
I
like
reckon
it.
it's awesome. It's insane. I reckon the colours are pretty.
Their colour choices are great. It's just a bit, they don't have any bedside tables.
Yeah, I guess, you know, we'd like a couple of bedside tables.
Just something little.
Something small. Here's your
Oh
laundry.
my gosh.
Here's the laundry you wanted. Oh my God, this is insane.
Cool. Look at all this bench space.
Oh, that's
my
cool.
gosh. This is just amazing.
It's a quirky touchscreen.
Oh, talk about quirky.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, that's nice.
That's awesome.
That splashback's really nice.
Do you like the colour?
I actually do.
It's insane.
She lost the laundry.
Do you like the tiles on the floor?
Yeah, I do. I think it works really well.
In terms of nailing his and hers rules, we gave it our best shot.
Yeah, a few different styles in there, but it's, I guess, just the challenge of trying to merge those house rules and picking which ones fit best, and do you pick all of them or a few?
There's your laundry. Let's go. Let's go to the next room.
Okay.
As our homeowners have a good look around their newly polished rough diamond,
Oh, amazing. That'll be perfect.
some areas are just plain old rough.
It is a nice space. It's just really unfinished.
It'd just be awesome to see it finished, yeah.
Hopefully we have done enough to impress Bronick and Corinne.
In our first week of the competition, homeowners Bronick and Corinne are marvelling at what their rival teams have achieved in their Melbourne home in just 1 week.
I just can't believe how open it is now. It's exactly what we wanted.
It's better than I imagined.
Oh, no, I couldn't imagine it like this.
work out how they were going to do all this. And
I'm all so nervous about everything, and look how it's come up. This is amazing. The TV, look at the TV.
Is it a curved
And look at the street art. They couldn't have put it any better. Like, it's exactly what we're asking for.
It's so tasteful.
Look at the couch.
Do you like it?
Bit firm, the couch, but
It's not very comfy.
not very comfy. They got my picture up on the wall. That.
I don't know if that's necessary. What about the heater?
But I love the timber wall here.
And with
That's
the
awesome.
black behind it. It's like your rule.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's that was probably my most important rule actually, and they've nailed it. Whoever's done this room has really nailed the timber look. This is my ultimate dream. Just walk straight into my ensuite like this. Look at this bath,
I
Corinne.
know, I just want to hop in it. It looks so deep.
And the floor tap, so different, you know? We've both got our own little basins.
so
The
good.
light around the mirror.
Oh, amazing. That'll be perfect.
Can you believe this, Corinne? To think we could just step from bathroom, bedroom, ensuite, bedroom. And it's just open. I love how it's just open.
I think we have done a really good job of combining his and hers house rules in the living room especially.
What?
Oh my God.
Look at this. Would you ever have dreamed of this, Corinne?
Oh, no. And look, it's my jewellery stand.
All push-full.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this. I could not have dreamed for anything like this, Corinne.
I don't even know how they did this. And I love that there's carpet in the walk-in
I know, just carpet
wardrobe.
in here, just a little touch. It would have been good if they hung these frames up here.
But the storage in here is amazing. It's perfect for us.
Yeah, it's the ultimate his and hers walk-in robe.
I put the carpet in because I like carpet under my feet in the bedroom and when I'm getting changed, so I'm glad they thought the same thing.
Oh, are you serious? Look at this place.
Oh my God. Is this...
It's amazing.
I'm actually speechless.
Look at this.
Paint job's amazing.
How cool is it?
These lights are amazing.
That's insane.
This bed is amazing.
Oh my gosh, this is my favourite.
You love it?
I love it.
You love
I love
the colours, don't you?
colours.
Yeah. That's awesome, the colour scheme, isn't it? Oh.
And now our family will want to stay over.
We can have people over and show them the guest bedroom. What a room.
Oh, I love it.
This is exactly what you'd like. I knew when I walked in, sort of colours, I'm like, Corinne is all over that.
What's happened here?
What went wrong here? It's awesome to think we can come out from the kitchen and sit on our deck now.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just not, I'm not really too sold on the boards. I'm not really a big fan. This is that recycled plastic look.
Yeah.
And I'd much prefer the timber look, you know. That was one of our house rules.
Did both these doors open up?
Oh, there you go.
Ah, yeah, that's nice. It is a nice space. It's just really unfinished.
It'd just be awesome to see it finished, yeah.
Hopefully we have done enough to impress Bronick and Corinne design-wise. Not so much all of our finish, but hopefully they can see our ideas trying to come through.
How are you feeling?
Oh, it's just better than I ever imagined. I'm
This is mind-blowing.
overwhelmed and excited. And
Oh, this is more than what we ever imagined, isn't it? Like, we could have never done this, so, you know, what a dream. It's amazing.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think they liked it. How special is that you can get that kind of reaction from Bronick and Corinne? I guess we have to ask ourselves, what does all that add up to? You ready to find out?
yes.
Not feeling very confident.
We need a 9 from Bronick and Corinne, and that's a tall ask.
I don't even know if I want to hear the score. I think we're done. I actually think we're done.
Next, our homeowners face the teams who've just changed their lives.
Oh, I'm just getting like emotional thinking about it. I just see I can spend a lot of time there and it's amazing.
And
That's definitely one of my favourite rooms in the house.
who delivers the best zone?
A 9.
Oh, you're key.
I guess we have to ask ourselves, what does all that add up to? You ready to find out?
Yes.
Front and centre, Bronick and Corinne.
We can only hope that Bronick and Corinne score us higher against what the judges have scored us. Fingers crossed.
I'm kind of very anxious to see what Bronick and Corinne score, but I'm not feeling confident on holding out on the top of the leaderboard.
Hi guys, how are you feeling? A little bit nervous?
Yeah, quite nervous. Yeah.
What about for you, Corinne?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
We all know that it's your first home and just how much it means to you both, but can you indulge us one more time and tell us what it felt like when you walked through all those beautiful rooms for the first time?
We're just completely overwhelmed. We can't believe this is our house that we were looking at when we first walked through. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much. You've changed our life.
So, are you ready to find out which team did what?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
More importantly, are you ready to hand out some points?
Yeah, I guess so. Got security on.
All right, let's begin with Ben and Danielle's zone. Now, they transformed your kitchen, your halls and your entry.
I think there's a bit of a mixed bag of comments, so I think they're going to score us pretty middle of the road.
Bronnie?
When we first opened the front door, I was so excited to see the nib wall on the right. I felt like it made the space look bigger and it actually made an entry to the house. In the hallway, I could see that you probably was struggling for time a little with the finishes. The architraves and skirting was a bit rough and the paint was a bit unfinished. But the kitchen was so amazing. Like, we can see how much time and effort you put into that. The timber feature with the pendants was amazing and probably my favourite feature in the house.
Cool. Thanks.
When I walked in and saw that pretty pendant light in the entry, I was just so excited. I love the wallpaper feature wall. I felt it was a little bit rough around some edges and I wasn't sure why it didn't go the full length. But that kitchen, I'm just getting like emotional thinking about it. It just blew my mind.
Cool.
I'm glad. Yeah, I just see, I can spend a lot of time there and it's amazing.
Your score for Ben and Danielle.
For your zone, we're scoring you 7.
Cop that. We're relieved. We couldn't have hoped for better than that, really, to be honest. We were pretty stoked.
So next up, Ryan and Marley. They worked on your master bedroom and your laundry.
Oh, come on, Bronnie and Corinne, give us something good. We need it.
When I first walked into the bedroom, I was blown away. The tiled bedhead was awesome. Corinne and I both loved that. We weren't too sure how black would work in a bedroom, but it just seems to suit our bedroom fine. If there was anything I'd change, I'd probably add a couple of bedside tables. The laundry, I can say the colour scheme in there didn't suit me. But importantly, Corinne loved it. She does do most of the washing, so that's the main thing.
I love the laundry. I love that it's so happy and bright and beautiful, and I love that the bench tops match the kitchen.
For your zone, we score you an 8.
Awesome.
Oh, you're beauty.
We just hit double digits.
Moving on now to Cassie and Matt. They transformed your guest bedroom, your walk-in robe and your deck.
Ryan and Marley got an 8, which means we need at least a 7 to be equal with them.
I walked into the guest bedroom and I was just instantly happy. The colours were perfect. The paint job needed a bit more, but I liked the way it was put on the walls. The walk-in wardrobe was awesome. I love the storage and I love the colours. I love that my jewellery stand got its own little separate piece.
The deck definitely wasn't one of my favourite spaces in the house. I could see you were struggling for time as it wasn't finished. I'm a carpenter who absolutely loves timber. I don't understand why you didn't use natural timber instead of a composite board, as I stated that clearly in one of the house rules. For your zone, we're scoring you a 6.
I'm stoked that they love the guest bedroom and their reaction to the deck was
what we expected.
And now for Steve and Tiana. Now, they worked on your dining room and your bathroom.
I'm a little disheartened at the reaction of Bronnie and Corinne. I'm just hoping that we keep our average and we get higher than the last team.
In the main bathroom, I instantly wanted to walk up to the 3D tiles. They look quite cool and the texture on them felt really cool. The space was really big. However, when I looked around the room, most of the wall tiles were white and it felt quite clinical to me. The other part of the bathroom that I loved was the black tap fittings and also the timber vanity.
I love the pendant light above the dining room table, and I love the size of the dining room table. A little bit unsure about the coloured chairs. I think that was just a little bit too much. I wasn't a fan of the artwork, but I loved the way it was hung and displayed.
It's all about interpretation, especially artwork. In the end, Bronnie and Corinne didn't like it.
For your zone, we're scoring you a 6.
Bronnie and Corinne's score was about what we expected to get. I was so surprised that the judges actually gave us what they did.
And finally, Karina and Brian. They transformed your ensuite and your living room.
In my head, I'm trying to do the calculations of Steve's score from Bronick and Corinne, and I'm trying to work out what we need to win to beat them.
The ensuite, that's definitely one of my favourite rooms in the house. I could have never dreamt to have a room like that. The layout was awesome for Corinne and I. We loved the black tap fittings. Also, the thought of sitting in the bath and being able to watch the footy on the TV was really amazing.
I thought of that.
To me, the living room felt really warm and comfortable. The timber wall was just perfect, and that gas heater is just amazing. We love that you put artwork behind the TV. I think that was a really great touch.
Your score for Karina and Brian.
For your zone, we score you a 9.
Good job, guys.
A 9 is amazing. It's one off a perfect score.
That's...
We're wrapped.
Well, thanks you two. The final judgments are in. Now, before we add Bronick and Corinne's scores, why don't we just have a quick recap of the leaderboard to see where you all currently sit. Steve and Tiana, feeling confident you can hold on to that lead?
No, I don't think so.
What about the rest of you? Anyone else feeling nervous?
Yeah. Very nervous.
Well, let's not muck about any longer. Here are your final rankings. Well done, Karina and Brian. As this week's winners, there is a really nice surprise that's awaiting you two at the next house transformation. Cassie and Matt, unfortunately, the team with the lowest score this week, you know what I'm going to say next. You're spending next week in the tent.
I love a good camp. Being not that far off the pace, but sleeping in the tent for Renault 2, it just makes me want to go that little bit harder to go up the leaderboard and not be in the tent for the following week.
Now it's South Australia's turn. Our house is a flat roof monstrosity.
This is a monstrosity you've got to see to believe.
There's no PowerPoints, there's no lighting in the bedrooms. Every room has something wrong with it.
The front is hideous.
It's our neighbourhood and it's somewhere I want to bring up a family.
We'll see you guys in 7 days.
To tame this monster, they'll have to unleash their inner beast. But when the cracks begin to show...
He just doesn't get it. Ask him to do one thing and he spits a dummy.
Can our first dad and daughter come together by the time they come home?
We want to make this a place to live, not just be.
For the house everyone thought was impossible.
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Wait till you see what they've done.
This is just incredible.
New House Rules. Tomorrow, 7:30.